In this video we're going to look at how we can use our graphic display calculator to work out binomial distributions. So I've got a simple question here. England are in a penalty shootout where they will take 5 penalties. England have a probability of 0.65 of scoring a penalty, and we can assume that the probabilities are independent of each other. That simply means that if they miss a penalty, it's not going to be affected by any other penalty they take. So straight away, I want to just say that I've got a binomial distribution with an n of 5 and a p probability of 0.65. Now I'm going to go to my calculator. I'm going to go to the statistics menu, and as soon as I'm in there, I'm going to go to distribution and binomial, and I've got a choice of these three things. I'm trying to find the probability that England score exactly 3 penalties. For exactly 3, for one value, I want to use the PD. So I'm going to click that, and for the moment I'm going to keep this as variable, and I want them to score 3 penalties. So X is 3, there are 5 trials, and the probability is 0.65. And I'm going to just click none for the list, and I'm just going to execute, and there's my value, 0.336. I'm just going to save that result, 0.336. Okay, now I'm going to look at the second one. At least 3 penalties. So this is the probability that they score 3 or 4 or 5 penalties. So we're going to go back. We're going to go to distribution again. We're going to go to binomial, but this time we're going to use the BCD. Click the BCD, and we're going to say I want to go from 3 to 5 penalties. We're still trialing 5, and we're just going to click, and we get our answer 0.765 if we're doing it to 3 significant figures. Now, before we go on and do the final bit, there's an alternative to doing this. I'm going to go back to distribution, and I'm going to choose binomial. But you'll see before I go anywhere that I've actually entered 0, 1, 2, 3 into list 1. I've entered 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these represent all the 5 possibilities that could happen when we take a penalty. I'm going to choose BPD, and this is for each one. And this time I'm going to change this to list. And I'm going to choose list 1. And say there's 5 trials, so it's now taking the values 0 to 5. And furthermore, I'm going to save my results in list 2. And now when I execute, now be aware that there's 6 results because it goes from 0 to 6. So this gives you the 6. So the 3 penalties is actually here. So it's 0.336. But I don't really want to use this. I want to go back and look at my table, and here it gives each probability. So very useful if you're either got a set of questions to work out, or for example the last one where it now says they score 5 penalties, so we've got that one here, 0.116. And given that they scored at least 3 penalties, that's that probability there, so we're going to divide it by 0.765 to get our answer. So what we've done here, we can work that out in the run menu in a minute. What we've done here is we're able to work out simple numbers from using the variable, or we can save them in a list or using the binomial distribution.